Hello and welcome back to Stopping the Rot with Liverpool FC on Championship Manager 1997-1998, episode 13. And first things first, if you are enjoying the content, please do smash a like down below. And if you enjoy the channel, everything that's coming on the channel, please hit that sub down below as well. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Now, last time out, we took on Man City in the league, which we won. We took on Crystal Palace in the league, which we lost. Somehow, I don't know how. I mean, they did actually deserve to win the game, to be fair, but we just didn't put in the sort of performance we know we can do. And obviously, we beat Spartak Moscow in the Champions League group as well, quite convincingly, but not as convincingly as Juventus beat Partizan Belgrade. But today we do take on Juventus. Second group game. Hopefully, we can get one over them. We are at Anfield, so we got home advantage in the first time. And then we've also got Barnsley in the league and title rivals Arsenal in the league. Now, the league has changed a little bit in recent weeks. There's no unbeaten teams anymore. Last episode, there was, I think, 3 teams with unbeaten. Not anymore. So let's have a look at what we've done first of all. Then we'll have a look at the league table and see how it sits. So we started off with Leicester. Fantastic 5-2 win. They're down near the bottom, just above the relegation places at the time of playing them. Absolutely rotated this team to hell. I don't think there's one player in there that's a regular. Couple of bench players, obviously like Rui Costa, and I mean to say he's not regular is insane. He's our main signing the last couple of years. Robbie Fowler's there as well, but he got a hat trick, and then Danny Murphy off the bench with 2 goals. Remember that it's a bit of a theme, and at this point, Man United lost their game as well. They lost a game, so it opens the league back up, and I think us winning our game in hand puts us with a chance to go back level with them again. Obviously, a long way for that to happen. We got to keep doing what we're doing, which we did against Sheffield Wednesday, 4-1 win, and again Murphy off the bench. It's becoming a bit of a theme, and he might actually have to take a spot on our bench because he's absolutely brilliant. I was looking at selling him, but I don't think I can risk it. We keep the rotated team pretty much as it was. 4-1 win. The red card was on 82 minutes. It had absolutely zero bearing on the result, and their goal was a little bit of a consolation out of nothing, really. Peter Rudy with the goal. He's quite a good player. I do quite like him. His stats aren't the best. I remember I used to play FIFA quite a lot. I liked Alexanderson and Peter Rudy, and there was someone else I used to like. I used to play on one of the FIFA games. I can't remember which one. I used to be Sheffield Wednesday quite a lot. I don't know why. One of those bizarre memories I just remember. And then finally we rounded off with 1-0 win against Derby. Mark Poom getting the man of the match. Dundee getting the goal in this game. No goal for Murphy off the bench this time, but he was only on the pitch for 6 minutes. I didn't click quick enough, but absolutely battered them again. And that leaves the league table looking like that. So Arsenal in third, so we have got them today. That hopefully will remain, or be expanded that gap. We've got another game obviously in between as well. We've got Barnsley, where are Barnsley? I think they're struggling a bit more this year. Yes, they are. Sheffield Wednesday are bottom though, so a bit of a Yorkshire contingent down there. Everton are down there. Obviously, we don't want Everton to go down because it's quite nice having the Merseyside derby to clickbait every season. So we don't want to go next table. We want to go back up to the top. So a chance to close on Man United. I don't know when that game in hand takes place, but we are a little bit below them on goals conceded again. But we are way ahead on goals scored again with less games played. They have been in for Robbie Fowler. They have been in for Steve McManaman. All they would offer me in exchange was John Curtis and Kevin Pilkington. The money wasn't anywhere near what they're even worth. And I don't want to sell to Man United, especially when I can't replace them, because anyone I sign will be cup tied for the Champions League. We've got a bit of an issue, so Cavame is obviously still injured. He's only out for a month now. McAteer suspended. Obviously, Paul Ince is suspended. He got that red card. He's out for 3 games. So he's going to miss Juventus and 2 games against Partizan. So the 2 games against Partizan, not too bad, but I would have liked to have had him for this game. He's our captain. He's our leader. He leads by example. We've got him for at least another season, I think. He's 30 years old now. I think we can get a bit more out of him. We've got McDonald in the background, not quite ready, but he will be. He will be by the time Paul Ince looks to retire, or we look to move him on. He will be ready to step into that position, and hopefully we'll have maybe someone else who can as well. We've got Makaleli who can play there. We've got Dakor who can play there. We've got Jamie Carragher coming through who can play there. He's just under a loan bid now from Oldham, not the club I'd like to have him to have gone to, but they're the only ones that made the bid. If he gets regular game time, I'm happy with that, and hopefully he can thrive in a slightly less competitive league, which I don't know where they're in. I don't know if they're in Division 1 or 2. I think 2. But Del Piero, 28 minutes. And are they playing that same stupid... So they are. They're playing 4-4-2 attacking, but they've got Pires and Zidane playing as the defensive midfield roles, and we're not getting chances. This just doesn't compute. If I was doing that, I'd be losing 4-0 by now. I am certain. They're playing an attacking formation away from home. They've got 2 attacking midfielders as holding midfielders. Withdrawn defensive midfielders. They've got Sama back in defence. David is on for Chiesa. I assume they've made a bit of a rejig. Oh my god. That is a rejig and a half. Okay. I don't even know what we do to combat that. I mean, can we even combat that? I don't even know. What do we even start with? It looks like we're going to crumble to a home defeat against Juventus. We're not really creating anything. I mean, I assume that what they've done is a defensive thing, but they're still getting chances. I mean, I don't really want to make changes to counteract. I really just want to focus on what we're doing. So we're going to put Fowler on. I didn't leave Murphy on the bench. We got Rui Costa. Berger's having a stinker. I mean, everyone's having a stinker in this game, in all honesty. There's not much more else I can do. We're going to get a red card, aren't we? I thought it was going to be a penalty and a red card then. Just to steal the game. If we can keep it at 1, a loss isn't great, but if it's only 1-0, it's not too bad for the goal difference. Hopefully we can salvage it elsewhere. Maybe we can do better at the Stadio degli Alpi. I don't know. That's not a great result in the slightest. David James with an 8 not getting man of the match. Del Piero getting man of the match there. Absolutely disappointing. Not really much happened. There wasn't really much to talk about in that game. It's a bit disappointing, really. But anyway, we move on. We're back into the league now. We've got Barnsley next, and Partizan beats Spartak Moscow. What does that do to the league table? I don't think too much. I think we're still second on goal difference. Yeah, that's all we can do is maybe just, if we can't topple Juventus, we just need to try and make sure our second is good enough to qualify. But anyway, back to Barnsley. See you in a sec. Okay, so here we are back at Barnsley. They're 19th. Man United are playing Newcastle, so tough. Tottenham, in between these 2 episodes, they sacked Christian Gross as manager. They've just appointed Kevin Keegan, who was at Monza. I mean, yeah. Honsho picked up an injury in training, so we're going to put John O'Connor in there. We can put McAteer back in as well. Ince can come back in, and I think it's Billy Mack, number 16. I think that's what we're going to go with. They're 19th. We probably could have put the rotated team out a little bit, but do you know what? I just want us bouncing back after that Juventus game. I want to get the morale back up. I want these guys scoring again and knowing that they are good enough. You know, Owen's now scored. He's in 12 minutes. He had 90 minutes against Juventus and did sod all, in all honesty. But he's still young. He's still, as good as he is, he's still young. He's not in the England team yet. He's not made it yet. He's at Liverpool. He's in a team that's going for the title, but we're not there yet. So he needs to improve his consistency and his big game mentality, that sort of stuff. But we're working on it. That's why we're playing him now. He's getting that exposure now at a young age. And that should have been 2-0. I'd like to put a bit of a stamp on this game and actually make a bit of an example of Barnsley, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Owen, just before half-time, makes it 2-0. Not bad. We have got Arsenal next. I want to have them coming into this game fearing for the worst a little bit, We need to up ourselves in these big games. Obviously, Ajax last season, we capitulated against a big team. Man United last season, we capitulated against generally. We need to work on that. Owen, is it going to be a penalty? It's not a penalty. We didn't get one. We didn't give one away against Juventus, so to not get one against Barnsley, I guess it kind of adds up over the season. As Stevie McManaman grabs the third to make it 3-0. We're going to make some changes in a moment. I don't know who. We'll have a look at who's doing what. I guess about 70 minutes I like to make the subs. We'll go to 70. There we go, 70 minutes. Okay. Let's have who's struggling. Player stats. Condition. Anyone struggling for condition? Right, so Gerrard is struggling a little bit. He's played a lot of football this season, so that's not too surprising. Berger. Is that an 86 or a 66? It's an 86. It's fine. And Hughes. Okay, Hughes, Berger, and Gerrard. So Hughes is easy. That's Kieran Dyer. I don't know why he's struggling. Oh no, so I played right back, didn't he? Hughes. So Gerrard, Billy Mack can come in for Gerrard, and we'll stick Rui Costa in for Patrick Berger. I did want to put Rui Costa in the Gerrard role, but We need 2 attacking players, so not an option, unfortunately. Rob Jones, no, it's not Rob Jones because we sold him to Arsenal. Owen still got a chance for his hat-trick here. 75 minutes, can he grab it, make it 4-0? I guess that would count as making an example of him a little bit. 3-0 is a good result. 4-0 is just that little bit more authoritative to the rest of the league. We get the 3-0. Okay, I'll take it. It's 3 points on the board. It's a clean sheet and it's 3 goals on the... And of course, Dave Watson gets man of the match again. We get so few man of the matches in our games because the goalkeepers get them. The opposition goalkeepers get them every game. That's why we're never top of the man of the match charts in the player stats at the end of the season. Because, yeah, it's always the goalkeepers we play against. David James got a 5. He kept a clean sheet. His average rating's going to plummet. But he's done nothing wrong. He's just not had anything to do. And we've gone top. And Man United have lost to Newcastle. Marcel Desailly, after 10 minutes, was shown the red. Alan Shearer with 2 goals. Thank you, Big Al. Thank you. Paul Scholes, I mean, that's a consolation. 90th minute, put a bit of pressure on that Alex Ferguson squeaky bum time. Oh, my word. Newcastle did not CM them. Let's look at the league table. So that now puts us level on points and a game in hand with which to put us 3 points clear. Unfortunately, that game in hand is now against Arsenal. I assume, because we've both only played 10. So I assume it's a game in hand. Oh my God. When we need a big game performance now, boys. Arsenal, I assume it's going to be on the Wednesday, so it should only be the 1 or 2 clicks. AC Milan lose to Syria. We won't skip or pause. We're just going to keep talking as we get through, see what's happening Monday. Surely not on Monday, surely not after a Saturday, surely we're not. QPR sacked Stuart Houston, so they're not going to be taking Carrick on. He's actually gone to Oldham, actually, so I don't even know why I'm saying that. Oh, it's a European, it's an international. Actually, is it added to the squad? Okay, no, it's not playing. Did Berger play or was it a call-up? I think it was a call-up. Okay, he's been added, so it is a game being played somehow. He's been added quite late. I don't think you could add players that late. I certainly can't when I was managing international managers. Honsho's back. Let's just hold on. Okay, it is an international break, so we are going to pause before we come back for the Arsenal game, so see you in a sec. Okay, just stepping away from the pause a second. So this is the England games. They got Bosnia in the European Championship qualifiers. Is it for 2000, isn't it? Which is in Holland and Belgium, I think. So Kieran Dyer, Paul Ince, McManaman and Owen are all on the starting 11. So Fowler's not there. He's not even in the squad. But Owen gets called up and gets a goal. This is all a bit real compared to real life, but it's about a year late. Obviously, he was breaking into the team to go to World Cup 98 in about 1997, wasn't he? Against these sort of teams, I think, in the qualifiers. And then, or did he just get randomly called up to the championship? I can't remember. But he obviously did well. But Fowler wasn't even there. Ian Walker's number 1, apparently. I mean, okay, whatever floats your boat. Who is the manager of England anyway? But yeah, back to the pause. We'll be back for the Arsenal game shortly. Finally, here we go. It seems to take ages to get here, but here we are. It is games in hand. So Blackburn, who are sick for playing 19th place Sheffield Wednesday. Everton and Villa down bottom of the table, 6-pointer already. We lost Paul Ince during training, so he's going to be out for a few weeks. He's going to miss today's game. Great. I mean, he's suspended for Europe anyway, so it's not the end of the world, I guess, but we need him in the league. Jerry Francis actually went back to QPR as QPR manager. Obviously, we saw Thingy get sacked. We're going to keep Honsho off for the time being. He's on 94. John O'Connor's playing very well, so he's keeping his place. Who else? So Paul Ince has got to come out. Billy McDonald goes in. And I kind of wish I hadn't loaned... what's his face now? Carragher now. That's about where we're going to stick, I think. I don't know why Fowler wasn't in the England team. I mean, he's been playing it all the way along. He's actually played a bit more football recently than he has... with all the caps he's been getting. He hasn't been playing. He's been on the bench. He's, sub appearances and stuff, but he's actually had those run of games where he was leading the line in our rotated team. Did manager not like what he saw? Who knows? But he was out of the team completely, not even on the bench, just completely out of the team. I don't think he was even in the squad. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, Shearer scored those 2 goals against Man United. Maybe that... I mean, he's a no-brainer anyway, isn't he? But I don't know who else was in there, but bizarre. But Owen was the one that got called up. Not surprisingly, he should be there ahead of Fowler. But he should have been anyway. All last season, all this season, he should have been there. He's leading the Liverpool line. He's one of the top scorers in the league. Riedler obviously was the top scorer, but he wasn't far behind. And, David James comes to our rescue yet again. He's stepped up to the challenge this season. I've said to him, you know what? We've got 2 new goalkeepers coming. They're challenging for your spot. You could be going next season. He's like, okay, boss, got you. And he has been phenomenal so far this season. Obviously, he had an own goal. That's not great, but can we get a second? It looks like they're putting the pressure on towards the end. Hopefully, we can just hold on, and because this would be a vital 3 points to give us a bit of breathing space over United at the top of the table. Owen over Vieira. Come on, hold on. 1-0. Riedel. Oh, come on. McManaman, Riedler. I mean, we've had so many chances as well ourselves. Riedel, Gerrard, Owen, Seaman. They're both goalkeepers. I mean, I don't know how you're going to call man of the match in this one. Seaman probably just for the sheer number he's had to do. Riedler and Seaman again. It's John O'Connor. I mean, to be fair, he's been absolutely fantastic since he came into the team. Like, Matteo's doing well as well. Not so well in Europe, bizarrely, but then he had nothing to do really against... there is 2 Benfica games in there as well, potentially. But anyway, that's the end of today's episode. We're going to see where we're coming back now. I'm looking at the time on the recording. It's up to 18 minutes, but I can't think the video is going to be that long. I think there was quite a few pauses. That international break seemed to go on for about 10 minutes. It wasn't, but it felt like it. It felt like an absolute eternity. So let's have a look at the league table. Sheffield Wednesday still sit planted bottom. 3 points clear United. You just love to see it. Double the amount of goals they've got. Only 2 conceded more than them, which is kind of the barometer. I mean, obviously, Blackburn are doing slightly better. No, about the same. So only 2 more than them is pretty good. There's a lot of teams only conceded a few amount of goals, under 10 goals really after 11 games. That's pretty good defensive record. Maybe that's why we're struggling a little bit with some of our results. We've obviously got a loss and a draw already, but maybe there's a few more defensively sound teams. I mean, Palace are up there in 6th as well. We lost to them, didn't we? So, yeah. Looking at the bottom, Sheffield Wednesday, Barnsley are starting to get a little bit cut adrift. Villa not too far away from being cut adrift as well, but Leicester, Derby, Everton also in the mix. Tottenham have got a new manager now, so we'll see what he can do. Leeds are down there. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird season. Let's have a look where we're coming back next episode. So we just played Arsenal. We're on October. We ideally want to come back in November, don't we? I don't really want to do Spartak Moscow and I don't really want to do Juventus again. I'd quite like to do Partizan, but that's a bit annoying. Okay. I thought the 2 Partizan games would be in the middle. I think that's how it's done now, but it's not. It's going to be Partizan at the end, so we can't do Partizan because they're in October again, and I don't really want to squeeze in another episode really unnecessary. I don't want to do Spartak Moscow again. I don't want to do Man United. There's a lot of games in November that are just like meh. We probably do Man United, Bolton, Juventus. To be fair, Juventus is a big game. Man United's a big game in the context of this season so far. So yeah, we'll do Man United, Bolton and Juventus, I think. I think that makes the most sense. We can hopefully rotate against Spartak Moscow to give ourselves a bit of a chance against United. Bolton, I think, are doing quite well. I didn't even see them. Yeah, they're 9th. They're not doing too badly. So that before Juventus is going to be tough. And obviously Borough, I think... Did they beat Man United in one of those games? I think they did. So they're going to not really pushovers either. I mean, they've just been promoted, but I think they're doing quite well. Yeah, they're up in the top half, certainly. Who have they brought in this season? Richard Graham, okay. Gerard McMahon I thought he was at Tottenham, but and Marian Ivan, he's doing very well, to be fair, from Dynamo Bucharest. A bit of a random signing, but Marco Branca's not doing quite as well as he did last season. Isn't quite stepping up to the mark this year. Paul Merson, he's been injured for a lot of it, by the looks of it. He's back now. But anyway, yeah, we're going to come back. So if you have enjoyed today's video, please smash that like down below. Hit the subscription button down below as well if you're enjoying this content, enjoying the channel. We're going to come back for that Man United, Bolton and United game. Man United, Bolton and Juventus game, sorry. And yeah, until next time for those games, I will see you then. Take care. Goodbye.